All right, guys, Tony here, and I'm with one of our Unshackled members, Errol. And Errol has created a really, really good tool. In fact, it's been compared, in fact, it's been said that it's better than some popular tools that you might be paying monthly fees for, okay? And at the end of this, we're going to have a really fantastic offer at a price that is unbelievably good. Now, if you've heard of tools like ZimWriter or any kind of automated bulk content tool that can post into WordPress, and you've been using them, and especially if you've been paying monthly, then you really want to stay until we get to that offer. And of course, I'm going to have a great bonus as well, which I'm going to send out with this replay to the people on my email list. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube later and you're not on my list, you need to check in the description to see what the bonus is. Okay, so Errol, it's good to have you on. And
good afternoon.
I first met you when we started to do Unshackled, when we did the first version of Unshackled. Yeah. You can tell, like from where I was sort of observing for the amount of people that we had in there initially, you can tell there's 3 or 4 that you just know that are going to do something really good. They're going to continue with that journey. You were one of them, and along with Benjamin and Mildred, she did a launch as well. But I knew immediately when I started to see your posts and see your interactions and stuff that you were going to be one of those people, and you have done a really fantastic tool here. That is next level for a tool that is doing mass publishing into WordPress, because you've got a real good combination from the workflow that you put in there, from the keyword to the outlines to generating the content, all the way through to indexing as well. And I saw a little video that you did, how to get your content indexed immediately on Google Search Console as well. That's a neat trick that a lot of people watching this would be really interested to know as well. So just keep that in mind when we're doing the demo, if you feel like showing them.
I'm not going to do again, eh?
Okay, so first, I know that you do search engine optimization on a daily basis, okay? It's not theory, you're in the trenches. And that's what makes this really exciting, because you're in the trenches. So give a little bit of background about yourself, your own background, how you come about to be doing search engine optimization on a daily basis, and why you built this tool.
Yeah, I'm Errol. I'm from the Netherlands, so forgive me my English. I'm originally a composer. I had a big studio in Amsterdam, and then Google came. So that, of course, attracted me, but I didn't understand it. Later on, AdWords came, and I started with AdWords, I think in 2000, something like that. And I started to advertise, and it was in that time cheap, right? Then more people came, offer more for the clicks. And then I saw, wait a minute, that's a little bit crazy, the price. So yeah. I had a duplication company also, so I met a lot of internet marketeers who came with their DVD courses to me. And this was for me an eye-opener. I really saw, wait a minute, WordPress sites, link building and all that. So I came into this world and understand very quickly you need people who really know about this, who can explain you. So I did. I went to American gurus. I learned a lot from these people, started to have clients. And in the meantime, I bought Money Robot, like probably everybody. And also, I saw your products, IFTTT. I didn't understand nothing about it, but it attracted me very much. I was thinking, hey, this is something, you know. So, and in the meantime, I get more clients. I learn more, did a lot of courses. Invest time in this, money also, a lot of money. And in the end, no, not in the end, but now I do very well. I live in Thailand, close by Pattaya.
Yeah.
I have a an SEO agency, American LLC. And now, because of the AI, we can really do a lot more than before, because the bottleneck in link building was always content, right? You're not gonna write it, so you scrape. So I had Menterprise for that, top-notch system. I use Menterprise Publisher also, so you had a lot of articles published with Menterprise Publishing. But ChatGPT came, and I saw this is not gonna go on, you know. Then I saw an email from you and about creating your own, and this was immediately for me an eye-opener. That's my next step. So that's why I came in your shackle, right? Shackle, I always forget
Unshackled. Yeah.
Unshackled. And I saw, yeah, that's it. But for me, it was more that I could create a tool, because you, as a link builder, you need content. So I was using SimWriter. I still use it. I still have a couple of licenses. SEO Neo, although the content creator is, I'm sorry, bad. It's just bad.
Right.
SimWriter was much better. But I always was thinking, it's still not what I want. I really need more control. And then Base 44, you came with this, and this was, for me, a new world. So I spent a lot of time, even get angry with AI. And yeah, you know what I mean. Probably everybody knows, right? You almost gonna curse, but of course you have to keep cool. You really have to go into it, go through it, and then you're gonna get the results. And it makes you also not stable, because you feel, is it really working? But now I know what I'm doing. I talk with support. Support, it was in the beginning slow. Now it's more professional. So all kind of things, you know, everything what starts new is things, I guess. So now I have this WP Publisher Pro, and this is really finished. I use this on a daily basis. This system can create the content editor. You can see my screen, right, or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So this can create a one page, just content. You can use the bulk scheduler, so you can create hundreds of posts and post them to WordPress, and then you can say, okay, I want this post every week, one time a week or one time a month or every day. You even can post in the past, which is for me was very important, because I do a lot of expired domains, and if you have an expired domain, you want to have posts from the past, right? So with bulk scheduler you can do that, including images. The bulk article generator is another beast. Is really creating 200 articles. You can download them, you can put them, import them in SEO Neo or in whatever you want. If you want to spin it, then if it's English, you have to use Spin Rewriter. I created also a really good spinner. This is for the next time. But I use my spinner, my own spinner for Spanish, because I also do Spanish and Dutch content, of course. But before you start, and I'm going to show you, okay, I'm going to give you some example. You see here, of course, the dashboard. Let's go to the dashboard. I hope it's quickly now. Yeah, I made some buttons, so you can choose from here. I prefer to the left. It's more easy to get it. So you have the content editor, the bulk scheduler, and the article generator. But you also have a title generator. And I created this because you need this always, especially if you use bulk. You need a lot of titles. You know, you cannot come with only one keyword. I created an AI keyword generator, what gives you more insight of a keyword. I'm going to show you later. Authority linked research. There are niches which need some science based, you know, that there is proof for something. Can be a supplement or something. So to find all these links, I created an authority link, and I use this every day. You have image creator, so you can create your own images if you want. And of course you can, let's start here. You can add your WordPress sites. And Here are, I think, yeah, if you connected sites 14. I have no idea how many you can connect, but probably more than you have, right?
Yeah.
So it's very easy to use. If you use SimWriter of SEO Neo, it's the same way. You work with application parts for the users from SEO Neo and SimWriter, they know. But I also created a plugin, so you can use a plugin. I created this because some hostings have or create problems that you
Yeah.
cannot connect, and it's pain in the ass. So I asked the AI, is a plugin a solution? Yeah, solution. So I made the plugin. For the rest, this is easy it's like a child can do it, right?
Yeah.
So another thing is business profiles. If you do local and you have a lot of clients, like hundreds of clients, and they come every month, you don't want to type in all the time the company name, the GMAP, right? You're not going to do this. So I create business profiles. You put them in. Here are some examples. What do you need? You need for an NIP, you need the name of the company, the address, and the phone number. Name, address, phone, NAP, right? So you can put this in. And if you go, for example, to the content editor, you're going to see that business profile you're going to see here. So let's go for Xero Shoe Store. And here you're going to see all the things you need. They don't have a phone. Yeah, they probably have a phone, but of course this is a very big company. They don't have. You're not going to put this in. Yeah, but they're not going to pick up the phone. They are too big for this. But if you, for example, let me see. I prepared something. Okay, let's say Xero shoes is about barefoot shoes, very popular. If I'm looking to my other screen, if you type in barefoot shoes in AI keyword generator, and let's do this, and let's go for 10 keywords, not go for short tails. Target audience, well, sport people, right? Because you are jogging. Industry, I forget, I'm not going to put this in. So what it is doing, it's going to give you some extra keywords about barefoot shoes. And generate it. And here you see immediately if it's transactional, informational, navigational, a short, quick extra what you have in the tool. So let's go for best brands for barefoot shoe, for example. That's transactional, right? But if you want to make a post informational, then you can go for this. Let me see if there are questions. Yeah, questions are always good for AI platforms. So let's go for our barefoot shoes good for hiking. If you don't mind, I put it in my notepad.
You can even add modifiers to that for men, for women, etc., and make it longer tail but really specific.
Yeah, I'm going to write it down. Modifiers. Of course, I can create it. Modifiers. Okay, we go for the content editor. So I'm not going to use the title generator, but before I always use the authority link research because this barefoot shoes is there are studies behind it. So let's have a look for, and then I only do barefoot shoes. United States. And I did it in one of the videos in the sales page. So the Oregon State University study. Why I'm doing this is this kind of links gives Google more trust in your post because you refer to something, right? So let's take this one. I also gonna put it in my notepad, and now we go business. Here you see a standard tab URL. This is something what you can use if you want to have a quick article based on the URL you give it, but this you're going to use the most. I have a couple of providers, OpenAI, of course, OpenRouter, which is universal for other, also for OpenAI, by the way, for Claude. And this I added a couple of days ago, so I want to to see what it can do. But I stay in OpenAI. You have models. I use fast and cheap. Why? Because we are talking about link building in this case. So you need good content, of course. Hang on. But the prompt I created, and this is the default content prompt, is really very high quality. And of course, I tested it out, like they all say. But I really did in practical.
Yeah.
And you can create your own prompt also, by the way. So I have a lawyer prompt. This is based on I did an analysis on hundreds of articles from lawyers, and I wanted hang on, crazy this, and I wanted an average of the order of an article, because an article from a lawyer is very different than from coaching or a plumber, right? It's totally different. So my plan is, if everything is working the way I want, I'm gonna come with every month 2 new niches, and you're gonna see them in here. Here you see plumbers. So if you want to have your own prompt, you can create it. You can create it in the prompt editor. So let's go to topic. So we have our barefoot shoes good for hiking. I stay with the default prompt. Details. I can put some extra words in. So let's do that. I'm going to put in the profile. Custom prompt is more for GSA guys and guys who are using a lot of shortcodes, what they use in link building tools. English, let's go for 1200 words. Professional, yeah, let's go for professional. This is an expert who's going to write. Complexity medium, that's okay. But in this case, I do third person because we talk about the product. I do 5, 7, 8 2s, FAQ, detailed. I can choose for briefly or detailed. In this case, I do detailed, and I only need one list. Here you have advanced options. You also see this in SimWriter. I have the ID from SimWriter with this, but it's also a very logic way, to create content. So I do key takeaways, blog quotes, which are really good for ranking. And Google really loves blog quotes. Pros, cons, you really need them if you want to rank an article. Yeah. Lists, both key I not use. Conclusion, tables is only if we talk about prices and all this, right?
Yeah, comparison.
Compare. Yeah, exactly. Avoid AI words for English is the best. Use exact keyword as title. If you are happy with the title, and this is going to be the title, but I want a better title. But if I want that title, I say use exact keyword as title. We're not going to do, and we're going to generate. And now we have to wait. Let's see how fast it goes. I should choose the 800 or the 500. In the meantime, because we will go to the article. When the article is there, we have a choice to create an AI image, to upload an image, or use an image URL. And because this is about a product, shoes, barefoot shoes, I'm not gonna use AI for this because it's a little bit crazy. I think you need the real shoe. So I already have the image URL ready. But if the client comes, it goes quickly. If the client comes with his own picture, I can also upload it. So here is the content, and it looks a little bit, very close together. But if you post it to a WordPress site, you're gonna see it looks very smooth. But we have the key takeaways, understanding benefits, limitations. That's really good, that kind of titles. It was about hiking, right? Exploring the benefits and limitations of barefoot shoes for hiking. So it all comes in here. Pros and cons, FAQs. We choose 5. We have 5. Sometimes the AI says, I do 4. That's AI. And here you have contact us for more information. Please contact us. this was what we fill in the business profile. Remember?
You
So
got a map.
yeah, and this is a naked URL, but it's also not. There's no hyperlink on it because I don't want hyperlinks, because Google can also read this without a hyperlink. So now I'm happy with it. I'm gonna go to image, and now you have 3 tabs. As I say, AI generate, we can say, and I'm gonna show you for as an example, from root keywords, from you saved prompt templates, so you can create your own templates also for AI, and you have a custom prompt. But we go for a root keyword, so it looks to the root keyword, and then this is my favorite for this kind of posting. This is fall.ai. It's really incredible cheap. I think you can do 500, 600 images, and you pay, I think, even $10. So it's very cheap. You can choose the image. Well, 16:9. That's the landscape.
Yeah.
Let me see. Generate image, and here you see the auto prompt example. So it looks to it, and then here is the.
It understands the context.
Yeah. So okay, let's see. Sometimes it's really funny. So, and you see, as you see, you're not gonna walk on. These are really barefoot. It makes it. So forget. We go. You can upload it if you want, or you do the URL. In this case, I do the URL and I apply, and here are 0 shoes. So I have some Dutch, Spanish, and English websites in here. Let me see. What's this? Health. Yeah, it's healthy. So I choose publish. Or wait a minute, let's go for this one because I used this already. Hiking, that's a good one because it's about hiking, right? So publish it. You can choose drafts publish, but in my opinion, publish it immediately if you see the content already. So we're gonna publish it, and now I have to wait. And there it is, 1 of 1 published. If it's not published, it gives you a sign also. So let's have a look. I am in Camo News, and I'm gonna go for hiking, and let's see. And here it is. Let's go for the view. And here it is. Cool. Exploring the benefits. I didn't do, by the way, I didn't do a link in it, but that's okay. I can do this later. And to be honest, I forgot. But you can add links in it also. And this is I forgot to show you. I apologize. If you go in here, mandatory links, you add links. You can do what you want. You can put the anchor, the URL. You can say I want first, second, last paragraph, or anywhere. Then the AI decide. You can do exact match, or you can say I want AI variation, and then you get the links in it the way you want it. So that's also something very handy to have this in it. You want to see the bulk scheduler?
Sure.
I'm gonna show it not in action, but the way it works, right?
Yeah.
So here you see which one I did this. I think today or yesterday. Oh yeah, here 212. Oh no, this is the one we did. Let's go for this one. Same thing, prompt provider. You can choose whatever you want. The prompts, same thing. Again, custom prompt. If you want an extra prompt, that you say, I want every H2, I want that you talk about this, about the company or whatever, you can create your own prompt. And if you create a prompt, it comes in it like this. And then you also can choose where you want this. This is also what you see in SimWriter, by the way. But I think this is way more intuitive. It's because it's all together, right? You can. So we have here the basic information, relevant keywords, If you want featured image, you put them in here, which I already did for this other gig. Business information, you can choose again, like what we did in the content editor. Here you see the links I created in that time. Blogs, I choose 800 words, because what I do is, if I create an article as a tier 1 in a website, I also create 2-3 articles in the same website, but for the future. And then they link as a tier 2 in the same website to the tier 1. And why I'm doing this, because they also index, and the more you can index about your clients' products, the better, of course. But to do that was always a pain in the ass. I had to do this manually, right? Now I can say, okay, I make the link. Just what I'm doing now, I do neutral, objective, standard, not too much, 800 words, right? I'm not going to do key takeaways. I make it simple, block quotes, pros, cons, lists, conclusion. And then, well, the featured image, we already used the URL images, but here is the, let's say, the magic of the bulk scheduler. You have a calendar, and you can say, okay, I want to post it, whatever you want. So you can say, today it's number 2. So you say, I want to post this post, number 9, because we made the post already, right, in the content editor. But in this case, I'm gonna do weekly, or you say I do every 2 weeks. So you have 2 posts in a month, monthly. Maybe I'm gonna change this in more possibilities, but for now this works fine. So you can choose upfront already which domains you want to use. But I also can say I want to use also this one, and this goes to health, and I'm gonna use this one. This goes to also health. A lot of health here. I think these are the only. Oh, here's another one. News. So if I want, I can post to all these websites, and then you also see generate 8 articles. Although we have 2 root keywords, right? But because you are using 4 different domains, you get 8 articles, and these 8 articles are unique. So they're it's not that like the first 2 articles are the same. No, you always get unique articles, and this works very well. And if I go into posts and I go to, let me see, I think I did health. I did it yesterday, and I made also a video about it. I'm not sure. Can be also news. Oh, no, sports. You're gonna see this is scheduled, number 8, that's next week, and then 7 days later also. And they are in this, I created a link to the post in this website, and I think they're here. And I use generic in this case, because tier 2, that's okay, to use generic to a tier 1 with the keyword you want for the client. And this goes to, you can see comma caps, blah, 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 and the other one also. And this kind of articles, they're gonna index. I'm not saying they're gonna rank, because that's not so easy with Barefoot, with my experience, but that's what you can do with the scheduling. The other one is, by the way, do you have any questions?
I'll ask a few questions at the end. You can carry on.
Okay, so let's go to the bulk article generator. And this is really something else. This is, I added it extra because I saw that the content I created with SimWriter, although you can also add extra prompts in it, somehow it didn't work out the way I wanted. And what I also find out is, if you want to make 200 articles, you really have to wait almost a day.
Yeah.
This creates 200 articles in a couple of hours. goes very quickly.
That's good.
And again, you have everything together. It's SimWriter. You have to go to another. You have to go to there, and it's not intuitive. But if you have a lot of link building, you want to work fast, right? It's that. Well, for me, I want to work fast. So you put all these keywords in. You can put in titles, which is of course better, because the better your title, the better AI understands it. And here it's the same thing in the other two. Here it's the same. Oh, here this is it. I'm testing this advanced AI features. I'm thinking to keep this if this really works for me, to give some extra. Well, you can see target persona, audience, what kind of people, to see if this influence the AI in what you want. This is article variations. I'm also testing this out. So that means, let's say you have, let's put them in. I have a list here. If I'm gonna go here, you're gonna see here already 21 articles. But if I say 3, I'm gonna have 63. So 5. And this a maximum of 200. Why I do a maximum is, if something happens in 150 and something happens, you can lose it. So why not? Why not just 2? Because 200 is already a lot. This kind of articles I use in SEO Neo. You want me to show you how I do it with SEO Neo, or you want to stay me in the?
Stay within this one, because some people might not be aware of what SEO Neo actually is.
So if you have all these articles, I'm not going to generate all now, right? If you have all these articles, you have a text file in HTML with H1. So you can import this in all the well-known link building tools for Web 2.0, for the cloud sites, right? All this kind of stuff. And this is perfect for this. But also I use them for, I can show this, let me see. Today, this morning, I had to do a Dutch gig about anabol steroids. And so this content is created with my tool. I use my tool, of course, and then the content I copy paste it in here. As in this case, it's an embedding because it's HTML, and I really like the content how it is, and the link, of course, in here with G-Sites. I only do the link in the title. So this is why I use the bulk article generator. A client of mine, he's GSA expert. He also he used before SimWriter. He had 5 licenses, but now he's only using this system because he can do much more with it.
Right.
Image creator.
And for those who are not familiar with Errol, Errol's got a community. I think it's a Dutch community and Dutch-speaking community, I should say. 5,000 people in an SEO group community. How did that come about? How did that happen when you started to?
Well, they asked me. I think 5 years ago, somebody took this over this Facebook fan page. It's a Dutch SEO page, fan page. No group. Sorry, group. And he had in that time were only 1,000. And then I saw it. I was thinking, oh, nice, and not realizing that there is a lot of friction between all SEO people. You know, one say the white hats, the black hats, and you know what I mean, right? And for me, it was link building. It's not black hat. I mean, if you drive on the Sukhumvit or the highway, right, you see a lot of commercials on the road, and that's for me also link building. You know, it's the same thing. So, and these people pay for to be there, right? So if people pay for a good article, that's number one, a good article with a link. There's nothing wrong. There's not black hat. but for a lot of these people, and these people were in that group. So when I came in that group, the admin had always fight with these people. So I had fight in one day. I had to have to argument with these people. I was thinking, what the hell? What are you talking about? So this guy asked me, please, can you be also admin? So that's the story short. When I came in.
And you've introduced WP Publisher Pro to that audience.
Yeah.
What's the feedback been like so far?
Last week.
And what's the feedback been like? What are people saying who've purchased and who are using it?
That's very funny, because there's still, I'm saying, a little bit difficult people, a little bit stiff, who jealous is maybe not the right word, but somehow you feel the way they write, react. Even these people say, wow, they begin to ask questions, and one bought from me. I was so surprised. So, wow, if somebody who is always, I'm not saying anti, but you know what I mean, right? Some people are really difficult. Buy it from you, then you do something well. And that makes me more and more clear. And I sold a lot for the Black Friday. But Black Friday is over now. We're already in Tuesday.
Yeah.
So there's one thing I want to say also. This I have instructions here, as you can see, and you have a lot of introduction. You really can find everything. I'm not saying everything is ready. There's also coming a manual. I'm creating a manual for every feature. So also, because software, it's digital, and it's like what I always say, never turn your back to digital. It's always something can go. So I also going to put in what happens if you get a 500, for example. All these kind of things. So you don't have to worry about it, right? You can see a lot of short videos, not too long, no long introductions with whatever music. No, it goes directly to how to add your API key, that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. We need to wrap up quite soon, because I've got to go quite soon. So just as a recap, guys, you can see that Errol's put a lot of time and a lot of thought into this. He's really, really made a big effort to make this the best tool that he can possibly make it. And I don't believe he's finished there. He will keep evolving that software. Like any good software will keep evolving. And you can see that's built with a lot of attention, a lot of detail, and a lot of experience as well. And you can also see that he's using this tool every day. You can see the amount of projects that he has got in there, and he is doing SEO from the trenches every single day. So this is a fantastic tool, and I've got absolutely no problem recommending this. And I'm so impressed with this. I did have an idea for a bonus before we jumped on the call, and then I was a little bit uncertain just before we went live because we were having a chat. But when I'm looking at this, I've got to put a really good bonus with this. So I will announce that bonus in the email that I send with this replay. But I guarantee you it will be of the same value as this tool, okay? And this is an absolute bargain, in my opinion. Errol, do you want to tell them about the pricing?
Well, I was thinking a year, $297, and for lifetime, $497. And
wow.
But the lifetime not gonna stay long, because lifetime is lifetime, right?
Yeah, and you still got to maintain the tool and put
of course,
same amount of love and attention into the tool as well, guys. $497 for lifetime, $297 for annual, for a year's worth of using this. And let's talk about the people using their own API keys. Is there any limitations if they are bringing their own API key?
No, I created for OpenAI, Open Router, Anthropic. Stability, to be honest, I never use it, but I put it in. This is my image ideogram, that's a very important one for later.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't forget this. Runware is new. This has to do something with Banana from Gemini, and data for SEO. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know if people know it, but it's for later. So,
okay. Okay. And they have unlimited use of the tool.
yeah,
It's not
there is.
credit-based.
Yeah, SimWriter is also unlimited. You have another tool, but then you pay for the articles. I don't believe in this because sometimes you need hundreds of articles in a month,
Yeah.
and sometimes you need only 25. But most of the time, if your business running well, you need articles, right? So no limitation.
Yeah, that's the thing I do with my tools as well, because there's nothing worse than watching somebody put a case study up on social media or YouTube and say, we achieved these results. And then you go to their landing page and you find that you've got to take the top tier with X amount of credits to be able to accomplish what they accomplished. And it just feels like you've been led into a trap somehow. And I do that with all my tools as well. You know, you get to use those tools the same way that I show you that I'm using them for myself. I'm glad to see you've done that. That's a really big thing.
It's for pros, Tony. This is for professional people.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic tool. You've done a really, really good job. I'm
Thank
really
you.
happy to see this, and I'm glad that you have come through the Unshackled group and come out with something as powerful and it's really impressive as this is. Guys, keep an eye on the email. Look for the bonus. The bonus is going to be something special because this tool really deserves a very, very special bonus. Errol, and I really need to run, mate. Thanks for your time. Thanks for the demonstration. And I'll catch up with you later on the WhatsApp. Thanks, mate.
Okay. Thank you. Ciao.
Cheers. Okay.